Wanted to make a brief recording on this Friday evening to a little reminder here of really the importance of what the purpose of this is, which is really not so much about coming up with answers to the universal questions, the great questions about the meaning of life and enlightenment and spirituality and consciousness and all these things. It is really basically about helping each other to develop more understanding. And to not be so much focused on my thoughts versus somebody else's thoughts. The idea of my rights versus your rights. Because ultimately, if we would learn, when I say we, I mean us human beings. If we would learn to really listen to each other more, without the need to criticize, or to judge, or evaluate, or compare others, compare that which we hear to ourselves, and to what we want to hear. If we would be able to keep an open mind, we would be able to come together and to bring more understanding to this world. And I think we need that. And I also think at the same time we have a great opportunity to practice, to listen better, to listen with a desire to understand without the need to criticize, and to open ourselves up to other people, even though we might not understand them, or we might not even like them. Because I think these things are all based upon my own perception, my judgment, my needs, myself. Because ultimately we everybody in this world, we have a unique perception, a unique perspective, unique views, unique thoughts, experiences, dreams, worries, fears, hopes. And in this we are all more alike than we are different. And I realize that I keep on making this point over and over and over, but I really believe it's time for us to come together. Especially if we see the breakdown somewhat of our economy. And this is just the beginning of what's going to happen. Because the way we have been living life on this planet, and again I speak for human beings, for us human beings, throughout human history, where we have a great amount of bloodshed and people fighting against each other and so much suffering, and we are so divided. And I really don't feel that we have learned anything, because we are still so stuck in the paradigm of life is just about competition, and we grow up, we do become part of the system, and in this we lose our sense of humanity, of who we are. And that's also like a reminder of that you are beautiful, you are perfect, just the way you are. And so is everybody else around you. And if you really put that awareness into practice, you can, hopefully, I can inspire you with that, to move beyond the need to argue with others, and to really open yourself up to really hear where they are coming from. And that's also something I've come to find, that I think many times we can get really stuck in that, and stuck in our views, and our need to be heard. And when we don't feel that somebody else hears us, we start arguing. And then we focus on changing the other person. And change, being the essence of life, but we're talking about changing the old paradigm towards a new awareness, a new way of being. And that's what it's all about. It's about pure beingness. It's not about so much achieving and who I will be in the future, and about the past and what I want out of life. It is about the art of living, which includes be able to really listen to others. Again, without the need to criticize or to prove them wrong and to debate with them, but to just listen, to simply understand. And we always can agree to disagree. Empathy can really help there. When you're able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and to see it from their perspective. Because if you would would look at life, or would be in the shoes of somebody else, you would think, you would talk, you would react exactly the same way. So who's right and who's wrong? Actually, there is no such thing, because we all have a point, we all have a reason for why we act and why we think and why we feel and respond the way we do. It's just sometimes it's difficult for us to understand that because we are so focused on our own views and my rights and my perspective and my philosophy and my belief system, because that's all we know. That is what we have learned. But it's really about going beyond that and opening ourselves up to that which we don't know. Because ultimately that's wisdom. Realizing that I don't even know what I don't know. Of course, knowledge is important, and the basic knowledge about who am I and what have I learned, and I know what I feel and I know what I think, and I'm able to express it. I know that. But beyond that, I know very, very little. And when we have reached that point, we can really open ourselves up, and life takes on a whole new perspective. Just try it. You'll see. Thank you.